we're going to do here this evening is, first of all, thank our sponsors. There are 4 of them. The Swatara Watershed Association is your primary sponsor. League of Women Voters, people are here helping us in that regard, doing the timing. We want to try to keep this in a format that moves along, so they're going to be doing that for us.
You got a taste tonight. I don't really think you got the real full picture of the whole community impact, and we stayed focused on a couple of things. And so, you know, at some time, you know, maybe there's the industry part of it, there's the well drilling part of it, but then there's also the socioeconomic response to what's going on. You know, there's some, I call them the greed issues, you know, the housing that's inflated now, the haves and the have-not issues, the strain on the social services, the, you know, emergency services, the calls, just as an example, several years ago it was 1,100 calls a week, now it's up to 2,500 calls a week. So all those things are community responses to this gas play, and the more I'm around it, the more I'm understanding why they call it a play. Really, because this has been duplicated over and over and over again. And you know, we're being studied by everybody in Bradford. In Bradford County, we've got sociologists that are coming in and looking at us. And I was at a presentation a couple of them made, and you know, their summary of a study of 90 other plays around the country was that 80% of the communities are left worse off after when the bust finally comes. And so the struggle is to be part of that 20%. You know, how do you respond to it? If you know, if the fact is that they're there and they're not going because there's energy and resources here that you couldn't chase them away with a tank, once you get past that, it's like, okay, how does the community respond to that? How do we respond to that as a state, which is kind of dismal at times, but how do we respond to that as a community? And that comes down to us. I mean, that comes down, again, to the county and local and individuals, and that's something that you all need to think really hard about, and that takes some study. So, again, you know, let's think about that.
Carolyn?
I think for me the most important thing now, and looking back, is the importance of communities working together to form agreements, we work with people who are doing pipeline agreements. The larger the acreage you have, and you can come together on some common agreement, you have more chance of standing against the industry and getting what you want. It's important for you to work in groups, it's important to educate yourself, know things about it, and I think the most important thing is never feel pressured or rush into signing any agreement, and make sure that when you're signing that agreement, you know what you're signing. Seek out the sources, because they're not going to go away and they'll come back with you for another agreement.
Ditto. Okay, just remember, you're the one that owns the property. You're the one, you got to think about what that land is worth, how you want to develop it, what's your plans for it, what your children are going to use, how your grandchildren are going to use it. You know, when you sign these agreements and leases, we didn't think about that. And seek out the oil and gas lawyer to help you out. If you're not satisfied with them, go to the next lawyer. Don't be in a hurry to sign any leases or agreements. They will come back and they will have better offers. And kind of get an idea of what you need before you start signing. I'm done. Hey, thank you guys for flashing those cards at us too. Thanks, guys.
Okay, let's go over to this side. How about Linda?
Before you go, I think one word for most of you in this area.
Well, I know folks who live in Texas in the Barnett play, and they just love Pennsylvania right now because we're taking the heat off of them. And I know those 80% people who are worse off because of Barnett shale play. And Barnett shale play was pretty much an experiment to see whether or not they could develop Marcellus shale. So we do have historic data. We do have the information about fracking fluid and its dangers. look forward to the total holistic picture, that heart and veins and arteries. Think of why you live here, what you love about this place, and what are you willing to do to protect it. Environmentally, we have an opportunity to do it right this time, but that takes community banding together, working with their conservation districts, working with their legislators, working with their commissioners, municipalities. It means educating yourself, going to, there are a lot of non-government organizations out there who are out there to help you. These guys are out there to help you. Pipeline Safety Coalition is out there to help you. And if we can't do it, we'll find somebody who can help you. Work with your legislators. Keep on top of SB 11, that Scarnetti bill. It could eviscerate your municipal power.